Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. That is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate. Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drop. It is, he throws and the ball is out. It's a live football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Looking to throw.
That's complete to Smith-Marset.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now back to throw. That is caught at the 7.
And he is going to be out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the marker, and they will fail to convert here on 4th down.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Mayfield on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield now.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Left side, Cook. And down he'll go at the 25.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On second down, Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
First down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Vikings nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into the
touchdown, Browns! Darren Waller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll find Smith-Marset complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, You start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to let it go again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
54 is mark. 54 is mark. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Touchdown.
Mayfield looks to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On third down, Mayfield. He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Check 50. Check 50. Run. Check back 45. Check back 45. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hurry. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Regular. Check 45.
On first and 10, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's taken in by Smith-Marset.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged...
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
But he has been a workhorse for the... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to get a score back.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Mayfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 84 yards. And the Browns have taken a 6-touchdown lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Chase Young, his second sack of the night. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now back to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Good effort to spin free from that first wave, but they still hit him behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action. Mayfield.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Vikings on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep him here.
It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
54 mark, 54 mark.
From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Mayfield now from the 50. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 10.
King. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 54 Mike. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Browns send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Mayfield on first down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield is going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running the...
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken from about the 12. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They run it again with Cook. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guy